everybody.
We live, baby. We live. We live. We
Are
live.
we live on Facebook too?
We should be.
Yeah, we are.
We're going live on the IG.
On the IG, it's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni, and you already know how it go.
Yes,
G-Mo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me make sure all my pads are right because my baby was over here on the roadcaster. It almost did not go according to plan.
Well, when you say pads, are you referring to
the pads
menopause?
on the roadcaster? The pads on the road.
You talking about menopause?
That pad right there. That pad right there. And I'm Geronimo. And Bobby, she's back. Welcome back.
Hello, friends.
It was how was your Christmas, man?
Christmas was good. You know, I only asked for one thing on my Christmas list, and my husband got it.
That's what's up. What was that?
A coffee bean grinder. I like making my own espresso.
Fresh coffee. I like it.
Yeah.
You right down the street, so I'm coming down there. So I give me some of that coffee.
I love Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is my favorite coffee. You know, I'm a little sad. I didn't get one Dutch Bros gift card. Not one.
Dang.
I told my husband, I was like, "Come on, man! You know that's the perfect stocking stuffer." I got candy in my stocking stuffer. I was kind of like, no Dutch.
Hey, Facebook is not letting me go
He's
live.
Like, no, you got the coffee bean grinder. So,
Facebook not letting you go live?
It says I'm live, but when I go to the thing over here, it says, "Oh, yeah, I'm live." And
live?
There it goes.
Okay, we verify that we live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Welcome everybody to episode 34. 34. Another episode of Technically Speaking, where we are giving you news
that you can use.
Hey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Hopefully everybody out there in the ether had a good Christmas and is getting ready for this New Year's. And this is our first New Year of the show. And Dr. Pooh is joining us. We'll let him join real quick. It's thinking.
Yeah.
It's the circle.
It's the serious circle, I call it, because it's very serious when it's circling.
There we go. There we go.
So, how was everybody?
Serious allergies. Say what now?
How was everybody Christmas?
It was good, man. Just for me, man, I didn't even ask for nothing for Christmas. I just wanted family time, man. I'm Grandpa Gmo, man. There he is. Welcome, brother.
Hey.
Welcome, brother.
Hello.
You look very concerned. He's like,
all natural. All
natural, baby. Uh-oh, what the heck?
You scared him away.
Damn. Don't get too serial. Man, it was good.
Hey, Corey.
Time, man. Just family time. My fun comes when family have fun.
Good.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's all good. You Gucci, man. You right on time.
I only see you up here.
The party, you walk in.
Delay.
Say what? Who has the delay?
Me getting back to Donald.
It's all good. So I will say this. This is my second time frying a turkey. And this time I did it right. My turkey came out good, boy. Everything has so much flavor on it. Cause see, when I did it for Thanksgiving, it's my first time.
Oh, I remember.
That thing was extra crispy.
Anytime you do it the first time, you know you're going
that thing was crispy, boy.
Oh, was it juicy though?
What are you guys talking about? Thanksgiving?
Some parts were like once you got on the inside of the turkey, we were good. But this time around for Christmas, that thing was on point, baby. It was one of those things you see everybody just biting into it. You like,
I did that.
Okay. So this year we did a little something different. Me and my sister, all of us were on the same page. Y'all know Thanksgiving food. We did this entire huge Christmas breakfast brunch. We're talking biscuits and gravy, fried ham steak, sausage, potatoes, scrambled eggs. I made 20 pieces of French toast. I made 4 pounds of bacon.
Oh,
so
we
had
a lot of bacon.
A lot of stuff. Scones.
You know, I know I smell some bacon in the air.
Good old pork, man.
That's what's up. Hey, that's for the bacon.
Bacon.
Hey. And you know what? I made greens for the first time in a while, and I was nervous because it's been a minute, but them greens came out good too. So I'm back on it. I'm back in the game.
You throw some bacon up in that too?
Nah, because I found out last minute that I was responsible for the greens, so I took one of them drumsticks off that turkey I had.
Oh yeah.
Oh, creative.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Your boy gets down now. Stop playing. I mean, Corey ain't the only brother on here that could get them when they hungry. You know what I mean?
Because who's hungry?
Who's hungry?
Oh yeah, season 2 coming at the top of the year.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there. We should all start like join in. We should do it technically speaking. Who's hungry? Like everyone just do what they do every once in a while, man. I'll jump in on that.
I'm down. You know, I'm the cook in the house, right? You know what I'm saying? My wife cooks, but I'm the cook. Like I do all the Instagram stuff. I like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to bearded balls and all that, that's me. I did and before the hot wing Cheetos was the thing, I did that.
I think I remember seeing that. Yeah,
I did it before everybody else jumped on that craze. And the reason why I did that is because I was like, you know what? Everybody's showing their foods, and some of them plates be just trash, and some of them stuff be looking. I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. So my son was like, Daddy, you should do yours. And I was like, what? Because one time I made him some Cheeto fried chicken wings, right? Mm-hmm. So just regular Cheetos chicken wings. And then I was like, let's do the flaming hot. And soon as I put the video out, 2 weeks later, people are doing bearded balls, fried flaming hot balls. I was like, okay, so somebody must have caught on and saw it. They ain't give me no credit though, but it was cool. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody had their flaming hot balls.
I've seen the trend and stuff as like
you picking up on that, right, Dr. Pooh? A lot of balls going on that. You sure you weren't at a Diddy party?
No, it wasn't baby oil. It was crispy.
Hey, you know though, it almost sounds like one of those.
We all went around time. How was your Christmas?
Oh man, it was okay. Spent a little time with moms. You know, we didn't do the traditional turkey or ham. We threw down on the tri-tip this year.
Okay.
And it was just a pretty simple time. You know, didn't do too much special. Just some quality time at home with the moms. You know.
Hey man, that's the precious gift. That's the most precious gift right there, man.
Yeah. Well, she told me to tell you guys what's up. By the way, she's glad that you're handling your thing, Gmo. She'll be trying to listen and watch. You know.
That's right. Give her a hug for me, man. Like you gotta, when you give her a hug, you gotta give her one of them tight ones that make her feel like she's about to pop.
No side hugs, huh? All right, I got you. No side hugs.
No,
mama, man. Come on, you don't get no side hugs, mama.
All right, I got you.
That's what the blood they be like. I can't breathe. Like,
you get a side hug to the people you really don't want to hug.
Yeah, the ones you don't really rock with like that. You get
or you don't want to be offensive because they got certain things that kind of be like, oh.
Or they don't like being touched. Some people are like, all right,
I saw the Jamie Foxx special and I was like, oh, I see why him and the Halle Berry hug. I was like, yeah, can't get a Halle Berry hugs.
What kind of hug was that? Was that a side hug?
No, that was like a ooh.
Halle Berry.
Yeah, because something else will pop out and show them, and you don't want that. You don't want
that. Sometimes you don't need to pop out and show them.
Nah, you don't.
Professor Escher now.
Yeah. But you know what? I didn't get a chance to talk about my Christmas, bro.
Go ahead.
Tell us about your Christmas, man.
Christmas was good. So, Bobby, I did a little bit of what you did. Because every Christmas, I have Christmas brunch at my house. And Donald, I didn't know you. I honestly, low key, bro, you could have came through because I'm in Gardena. You could have came through and chill. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm surprised you didn't hit me up to come to church or something, man. Where was that invite?
Oh,
can I be honest with you? I wasn't thinking about going to church on Sunday this past Sunday. I was going to chill. But God got me. God got me.
Man.
No, I watched. No, I'm in church every Sunday, but I usually do the online because getting the kids.
I do not like online church. Zero Holy Spirit happens in my house. I'm like, shut up, pastor's on. Like, oh, I can't do the online church.
Well, I mean, I felt led to go, not only because I wanted to go, but I felt really led to go, and I'm glad that I did because I felt inspired and empowered for and confirm for the things that I already know. I mean, I have a relationship with God, so whether I go into a building or not, me and God has our every morning when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying and then I'm listening to Him. But also, it's like it's good to hear what you already know from somebody else that you haven't talked to in a while, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a bit emotional too because there was a lot of passing in my church. But it was good to see that, you know what I'm saying, the church was somewhat full. And I was happy to see that.
That's good.
You know
That's
what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Christmas brunch was lit. So, you know what I'm saying? And then what made it even better, my sister Tanya, that's my nephew's mom. She picked up my kids, my twins, and she let them spend the night. I was like, oh,
you got your break.
Had a well, I had my youngest Bailey, but you know, Bailey is my cupcake. She don't do nothing without nothing. And then she went with Tanya yesterday for lunch. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. But it was, I mean, Christmas. Let me just tell you something about Christmas, okay? Christmas is that time of season that you remember every year. And those people who are around every year, you value them. Because next year, they may not be here.
Yeah.
Hug them tight, man. That's why I was saying hug them tight.
Hug them tight, but don't hug them too tight because then they may not make it to the New Year's.
You know
what I'm saying? You pop something, you got witnesses.
Yep. Hey, speaking of the new year, man. Speaking of the new year, what we doing tonight, man?
We are recapping 2024. All right, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole bunch of things that popped off this year. And look, I ain't gonna be the only one to talk about it. We're gonna slide this thing over to Bobby because I know Bobby, you but before we do that, there is some current events we have to do.
Yes.
So we get a 3-second moment of silence for President Jimmy Carter. All right.
Oh, Carter? Oh man.
Yeah. Thank you for your service, Mr. Jimmy.
Yeah, thank you for your service, man.
Carter. President Carter.
Yeah.
JC.
This country.
You know what I'm saying? And he lived to be 100 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah.
100 years old.
Wow.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he through his 100 years of living, majority of it was being a philanthropist. He was instrumental with Habitat for Humanity. Up until he got really sick a couple years back, he was on the Bible study team at his church.
Oh, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though you serve, you never stop serving.
Nah.
And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And his wife passed recently this year.
Oh man.
He was in hospice still. So you know what I'm saying? It's like,
sorry.
It's not. It's all good, Dr. Poole.
It's all good.
It's just that right there. You know, when you go, you want people to remember you. And President Biden and President-elect Donald Trump both had something positive to say about him. And January 9th will be the day of remembrance for Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Like permanently, or
I believe it's just for that day.
Okay.
I know
I have a question.
National Day of Mourning, but I think they're flying the flag at half staff for the next 30 days.
I got a question. Jimmy Carter. Where was he at on the presidential ladder? Was he like before Reagan, before Bush? Where was Jimmy Carter?
1977 to 1981.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yes.
Wow.
And I want to say shout out to Habitat for Humanity too. When I was on active duty, I volunteered for them, man, and helped build some houses for the folks that needed that too. So that's, hey man, it's an honorable thing that they do, man. I got to drop the bomb on them, man. Hey, shout out because they helping a lot of people with that, man.
They are
a lot of people with that. So
yeah,
that's what's up, man.
There's this one YouTuber that I follow, Josh Weldon, young cat. His mom helped build 100 houses, and they gave her.
They gave her.
That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, this young man. Side note, is amazing. If you ever get a chance to go on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, after you like and subscribe to our channel, Make sure you hit that like button and share it too. You can go ahead and check out Josh Weldon's channel as well, because that young man is doing crazy things. To be a millionaire at 23 years old, and all he's doing is giving out game on how to become a millionaire.
That's what's up.
That's what you call sowing seeds.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But on another note,
that's what
there was also some seeds sown in Texas. And we had Cowboy Carter.
Hey.
Somebody throw some horns on that. Now, Cowboy Carter, you know, Beyonce. You know, it was on Netflix, that infamous Netflix that had the shit like they did, but we didn't see any of that during.
Nah, it was going smooth, man. I noticed
smooth.
It was going pretty smooth this time now.
Yeah, so I think Netflix heard our cry and got offended about that lawsuit that they got, that class action, and was like, we're going to step up that game.
Yeah, they learned, huh? Learned from that one.
But Beyonce also may be getting fined as well, because at the very end of her performance, she threw up what we call gang signs.
Yeah, I saw the video.
You know what I'm saying? They said that was not a gang sign. That was a bang bang. And you cannot do a bang bang without being offended. So
what?
Yeah, she may get fined for that. When at the very end, when she was at the top and the bang thing came down, when she did that, and then the thing rolled down and said bang. Unfortunately, you cannot do that in sports entertainment because of the fact that it's offensive. A young player on recently, he did that in the end zone, and he got. Matter of fact, no, Patrick Mahomes, he did that when he did that to his teammate who scored a touchdown, and he got fined $40,000 for it. $40,000, it's nothing to them. But NFL, if you want to reroute that $40,000 to come bring to technically speaking, you can split it between these four people on the screen. There's a Dr. Boone, there's a Bobby Lopez, there's a Geronimo, and there is a Corey Giovanni. You can slide that $40 this way. We'll split it equally. Oh, and
I'll take mine in cash, baby. You don't want the government knowing about this extra $10K. You don't want them to touch it.
That's okay.
Give me Bitcoin. Just give me some Bitcoin.
I'm not enough write-off to write that off, man. Real estate is a good tax shelter. Let me tell y'all. Come on now.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We do got another current topic, but you know what? Let's go ahead and get this show on the road.
Nah, man, talk about that current topic, dog. That's an important one.
Oh yeah,
that's an important one. You gotta talk about this one, man.
Because this is gonna affect a lot of people. So Social Security benefits will be being impacted, and not in a good way. So what they're going to start doing is they're going to start taxing you more on your Social Security benefits. And then it seems like they're going to be able to get a better refund off your benefits when you do your return, which comes to mind. Don't you already pay taxes in order to receive that money? So you got to pay taxes on taxes. So that's tax on tax on tax on tax. Not racks on racks on racks on racks, but tax on tax on tax on tax.
That's crazy, man.
That's crazy. And the cold part about it is it's affecting everybody, whether you get $500 for Social Security or $1,500 for Social Security. You getting taxed.
You know, I don't like that, man, because
I think that's an asinine move. If you've worked decades for that money, nobody's paid into the taxes. I gotta go back and look, because I feel like I had mentioned this. I swear I saw something saying Donald Trump wasn't going to have the Social Security tax.
Yeah, man.
I'm almost positive. I have to go back to make sure about that. But
hopefully he do something before that law taken.
I was about to say hopefully, because he talked about that, no tax on overtime.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
And here's the
problem. Tax on tips.
No tax on tips.
The problem with this is there's a lot of people who are on Social Security benefits that are on what is it called? What's the word?
Fixed
income.
Fixed income. Yeah.
So by this adjustment, this is going to put a lot of people in an uncomfortable zone. And with that uncomfortable zone, you got to make arrangements and make adjustments. And you're going to have to make this on the fly, like ASAP. So my goal is to pray that the incoming administration who said that they're going to be able to, stop taxing on these. I pray that they do something about that as well, because that's not fair. I don't believe,
Nah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
Fair at all, man. That's not
when
fair.
You're in a fixed income and you totally need every little drop of income that comes in, because you probably only have $200 or $300 left after all of your bills is paid, and then now they're going to take that away from you. You're going to be living next to nothing, and you won't be able to enjoy your retirement. Then that's not fair.
Not fair at all, man. Hey, man, my recommendation would be reach out to your local politicians, man. That ain't right. That ain't right.
It ain't right.
I don't care what side of the line you on, man. You made a good point. That's tax on you. You paid taxes into that.
Yeah.
That's called taxation without representation.
Yeah.
Right. When you're getting double and triple taxed on things, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
We can all agree, regardless of which side of the aisle you fall on, we can all agree that that's wrong, because that truly only affects us little people. It's going to be affecting the 1%.
Well, we can find out what the 1% are doing, and then probably be able to inform the people who are going to be, how would I say, uncomfortably affected by this. And I believe that once we find those tools, like me and Geronimo was talking about he was telling me about buying tax deeds, not tax deeds, but tax deeds. These are things that when we get money and refunds from our taxes, these are things we should be looking into and invest in. So that's a way for you can be able to benefit, because if you buy a property, everybody knows there's taxes that come along with those. There's tax benefits that come along with that. And
we got some feedback. Creative Native said the tax hike is on the medical side. Most medications are covered by Medicaid, but you will not have to pay for them. Either way, man, I don't think they should be. I don't think they should be taxing any of that, man, especially for people that's on a fixed income.
Fixed income, bro.
Even something separate besides just a fixed income. People who are older and are able to hold down a job are still worrying too, because if you apply for a Social Security or the SSI or whatever, they cut it at a rate, and you can't get more than that particular rate, and that rate is based off of like your tax bracket or whatnot. So my mom is going through all of this at her age and where she's at, and she worried a little bit, because when she filed for it on a year where she didn't make as much as she had in other years. So the amount that she was qualified to receive monthly was lower than what it could have been. And so like she's working and is choosing to work just because of the simple fact that she has a good job and can save money. But even for somebody who has a good job and they're at that age, man, it's an unnecessary charge, and in California, the rents are already through the roof. And if people need to rely on general assistance, they need to get as much of it as possible. And I wonder if when we're at 60, is it still going to be around or not? Because some say it's not even going to be there at all when we get there.
So what and a lot of people said that, and that gives us what we have now is time. We have time to prepare. We have time to not just wait for something to happen. We make something happen. And I'm not just saying by using our voice to vote. I'm saying like start like cutting back where you can. I know myself. I told myself I'm not going to Starbucks anymore till probably the summer of 2025 because of the fact that I spend about $100 on Starbucks a month.
Oh,
so rich ass.
Well, I'm not rich.
Folgers, my man.
I'm blessed. But I don't,
in the kitchen.
Coffee bean grinder. Invest into it.
So here's the thing. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee.
Problems.
I get tea, and then I'm in the car with my kids, and every time I'm in the car with my kids, you know what I'm saying? We have this thing once a week. I take them to Starbucks before school so they can have something. It's my way of just us building memories before school. But you know what? We get some K-Cups. Get some K-Cups, pop that in the Keurig. We're going to be going boom, boom. Because the thing about it is, when we spend money unnecessarily, we're not spending money because we want something. We're spending something. We're spending money because of the convenience it provides us.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If I don't want to cook, DoorDash. If I don't want to make coffee, Starbucks. You feel what I'm saying? And I understand that, but it's time to get a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm for it.
You know what? You building up to the first recap of 2024 that we're gonna jump into, and I'm gonna throw my spin on this too. I would encourage everyone to find a way to create their own retirement fund because me personally, I don't want to have to rely on Social Security. You know what I mean? Like that, like you said, we
residual income, which is
residual income. You got to find a way to get you with some residual income, man. Because I don't want to take that risk. To Donald's point, that it's not there when we get that age, and that's only 20 years from now.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobby, you will be younger, but
hey, 23 is a little more than that.
K Free said crypto. K Free's live on the IG. Shout out to you. Shout out to Chris.
What up, K Free? Hey, he got a nice album out too, man. Shout out to K Free.
That album was dope. Go get that Pixels album, man. I've been bumping that, man. I'm okay. I'm okay. Hey, that album go, man.
Cooling is my joint right there.
I'm cooling. I already told him I'm trying to get on the remix, man. I already wrote my verse for that. I'm back, baby. Let's go.
Whoa, wait, hold on. Don't say less, bro.
Hey man, have him put the link up to one of his songs on the wall, on the comment wall. So
I just heard
people can check that out.
Dude, I heard that cooling. I'm like, oh no, I need to get on this. I already told him I need to get on the remix, man. We need to do that. That's how good it was. But
let's go.
We're gonna bring him back for the post-album release party, man. Once we get the clearance figured out with his music to make sure we don't get no tags and nothing like that. But we doing that. But what do they need to do, Bobby? To create their own residual income and to have their own nest egg that they build. What does it take? This is the first recap of 2024.
First recap of 2024. We're gonna go back into one of the phrases that I coined for what success looks like for everybody, and it's 3 S's to success. And while it may look different to other people, I'm going to tell you what just like the environment where I've come from and to see how it works. It works. It absolutely works. So for those of you who didn't join us for that episode, don't worry about it. I'm going to get you hooked up and we're going to get you back where you need to be. So back to success. 3 S's for success. We're going to start with the first one, which is going to be salvation. I talked about this. I am a very open Christian. I serve God. I have a relationship with the Lord. And I'm telling you, when you know fundamentally where God or Jehovah Jireh is our resource for all things, salvation is going to be your very first foundational block to success. And the next is going to be a little harder one. You're going to have to struggle. Success doesn't come easy. It doesn't come overnight. You need to know that it's going to be something that's going to, it's going to continue to come at you. And this is where perseverance is built. Just kind of back to a biblical view I was looking at. The Bible talks about being refined in the fire. When you're in the fire, it's hot, but that is where character is built. That is where resilience is built. And this is a key function of a key characteristic of people who are successful. They are very resilient. They learn how to bounce back from failures. And, that's a key thing you need to look for. Don't let those failures keep you down, because when you go down, the only way you go is right back up.
Yep.
And then the last S for success is going to be sacrifice. And sacrifice can mean many things, whether it be time or money. These are very specific keys to knowing what success looks like, because nothing good in life is ever going to come easy to you. And so you're going to have to invest. In order to make money, you've got to spend money. In order to be given more time in the future, like with your family, you're going to have to invest more time now and what that looks like. And so that's it. Those are your 3 S's for success: salvation, struggle, sacrifice.
Salvation, struggle, sacrifice. Hey, man.
For success, man. Can we get a success in there? That's the result, right? The result of those is success.
That is the result.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, and you know what, man? And I'm glad you said that, right? Going back to, hey, man, build your own Social Security nest egg, man.
Yeah.
Use those 3 S's, man, because we can't rely on the government, man. We can't.
Do not rely on the government. Do not.
I mean, you know, there's some extreme cases to where you don't, you know, you have no choice. Like if you get injured, get hurt, but if you're able, man, start working. Like that's my long-term plan. I'm working right now. Corey knows. He called me a few days ago. He's like, "What you doing?" Like, "Hey man, I'm working on my plan." He was like, "You serious about that?" I'm like, "Yeah, dog." Like, while I can and I'm able-bodied, I'm working, man.
Hey, do you got any advice on like I know the crypto segment was good, but maybe you can do a segment on like IRAs and stuff like that too. Other like ways that you could have your money make its money for itself.
Like a simple IRA and a Roth IRA, and what that
like a Roth IRA.
Money grandfathered in certain IRAs, what different annual percentage rates look like for different financial companies or even banks. Sometimes your own personal bank can offer you a different interest rate versus going out through like Fidelity or Empower and finding those there.
We need to do that. And we've had those conversations to where as we, you know, progress and mature, we want to start sharing, you know, that type of information. I'm learning more about, you know, real estate investing to where I'll start bringing in people from that to chime in. We got K-Free, the crypto specialist, right? I got my tax consultant coming on next month. He's gonna help give some good tax advice. So yeah, that's in the works. We're gonna start bringing them folks. One thing I will share before we go to the next one, you can even start with a high yield savings account. A high yield savings account. Actually, my tax consultant, when you're an entrepreneur, you got to put away money for your own taxes, right? Because I got to pay my own taxes. I don't get taxes pulled out. I got to pay it myself.
I got to pay
me to the money I set aside for taxes, put it in a high yield savings account. So it's building extra income, right, on the interest. And I think the average is about 4.2 interest, 4.2%, give or take a few point percentages, right? It's you know what I mean? So
you know, what that is very, very good. And there's a lot of companies out there that's doing it now that's not traditional banks. SoFi Bank is one of them right now.
What's it called?
SoFi Bank. The people who own the SoFi Stadium. I actually have them, and they have a program where if I send you my code, you get $25 to invest once you deposit $10 into the account, and I get $50. So
I'm telling you that right now. So I need to start putting my tax money in there. I got my own personal high yield savings account, but I need to separate my funds. I need that so I can put my tax money in it.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Hey, go for it. That's $100 right there.
There you go. Let's go. Hey,
every month that builds
percentage.
It builds percentage, but the company that you have it with will end up like depositing dividends into your account. So those dividends are where it's really going to come into play, because little by little it starts adding up. Here, you got an additional $500 or $600 in there that you didn't personally put in there.
I believe, was it Einstein that said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world? That, hey man, you got to leverage that compound interest, baby. I'm dropping a bomb on that.
Anything with compound, I'm about. I remember I had a gentleman, I had a customer of mine, and he was very wealthy and well-to-do, and he liked my customer service, and he was telling me how he has bonds, like he buy bonds, and then I don't know exactly how he did it, but he had bonds tied up into the SoFi Stadium before it was actually the SoFi Stadium.
Oh, nice.
And he was telling me about compound interest, and I was just curious to know more about it. And when he put me on game, I was like, wow. He was like, so you know how a person can actually unalive an individual and not be in jail because they can be able to post their bond that they have without having to go to like a bail bonds place. They can be able to just post their bond. And then they can, you know, depending on what type of, if it was a manslaughter or if it was man 1 or man 2, whatever the case may be. But he was able to be able to boom and then be out. And that's things that we don't know. I mean, you can buy your freedom.
Money talks.
Yeah, money talks. BS walk.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead, G.
No, go ahead, G. Go ahead, dog. You the guest, man. You got the floor.
Well, no, because I'm learning a lot about taxes. Because I'm just getting back into the tax thing too. I am trying to figure out if I should do a yearly or if I should just do the quarterly payments on taxes. And so when you guys are talking about these funds that are for set aside for your taxes, are you able to do that if you do like the every 3 month payment, or do you, Geronimo, just do that one large lump sum and you're just saving money all year for that one large lump sum? You know what I'm saying?
My answer, I'm just gonna regurgitate the advice my tax consultant gives me. Again, he'll be here. I believe January 13th is when he'll be on. When everybody get your questions ready. James Paul is his name, but I do 30%. He advised me to put 30% of all my pay aside, and I put that in a separate, just a savings account, regular savings account. I haven't started doing a high yields account. And normally I just do a bulk payment, but we're getting my taxes ready for next year. And based off of 2024's taxes, he already told me that he wants me to start making quarterly payments. The next tax period. So that's what I'm doing. Again, he'll be on here so we can ask him directly. And everyone's situation is different. And I put that disclaimer, you know what I mean? That might not work for everybody. That's just what he advised me to do. So
because if you're generating a nice sum of amount of income, then definitely do it quarterly, because that blow won't be so hard for you the whole year.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
that's what my tax guy said. He's like, dude, you should just set it up every 3 months, man. I was like,
that's what mine is telling me. I need to start getting ready to do that. I forget what he estimated payment. I think he called it the estimated quarterly payment, something like that. I want to speak on something else you said too, as far as advice on the 3 S's, right? The sacrifice. Well, a thing that I learned, there's a book called I'll Teach You to Be Rich. He has a really good strategy in that book about how to budget your money, because you got to save your money. You got to be disciplined where you split the money you come in. You got to have a pot of money for your fun and enjoyment. You got to have a pot of money for, as they say, the rainy day. And then you got to have a pot of money for for saving and investments, right? At a minimum 10%. At a minimum 10%, you should be putting aside from from any amount of money you get, period. And that could go into something like a high yield or IRA, crypto, whatever you choose your vehicle. You know what I mean? Real estate, whatever you want to do. I want to throw that out there because I don't hear that talked about that much, especially in minority communities. Save your money, budget your money. And what I learned too, when you budget your money for fun and enjoyment, I have a separate account just for fun and enjoyment, right? And I know I tell the family, hey, this is our budget for the month. Okay, we did this. This is how much we got left for the rest of the month. What it does, it prevents you from overspending. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's say if you choose, right? Like, for example, I'm coming to California next month. January is going to be a very slow month, dog. Because I had to pay for my California trip. You know what I mean? What we doing this month? We chilling. You know what I mean? Sacrifice.
It's like, movie night at home, baby.
What? Netflix and chill.
Netflix and a lot of chilling.
Game and chill.
Yep. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So we're not talking about it. We're being about it. I gotta sacrifice so I could come out there and do what I need to do, go see my family and stuff like that. So we don't just talk about it, we do it. I don't know if anyone else wanted to share their own way on how they manifest the S's.
I did.
Go ahead, Bobby, and then I go after you.
Not so much on the sacrifice, but when we talk about what we talk about, just not just being about it, but actually doing it and being that example. So our kids got money for Christmas from a couple of different family members, right? And so daughters are like, "Oh, mommy, I want to go to the mall." And I'm like, "All right, cool it. We'll go to the mall, but listen, that money's gonna fly, baby. It's gonna fly." So we get there. My daughter spends a little bit, and she's like, "How much do I have left?" "You got $13 left in your bank." I'm the bank. "I got $13 left in the bank." She's like, "Cool." She's walking around. We leave the mall, we go to Target. She's walking around with a stuffed animal. She really wants $15. And say what you will, I'm not a jerk. This goes back to what the budget is. Her budget was $13, and I explained to her, even with taxes, it's still going to come out to a little over $16. You're going to be $3 and some cents shy on getting this item. And I know if my husband was there, he'd have been like, oh, it's only $3, just get it. But I told him, now listen, this is the hard part because you want your kids to have nice things. But at the same time, I told him, long term, I don't want to instill in her that it's okay to go over budget because somebody's always going to have my back. And that's where it's kind of like, it's, that's kind of a sticky situation.
It's a learning lesson.
Whatever, but it's
struggle, man. Yeah.
Your budget is $13, so you can't purchase a $14 item because you don't have $14. And I explained that to her. I said, yes, Mama, it is only $2 or $3. Yes, I have it to give to you, but that's not the point. The point is you being responsible with the money being given to you. I said, and if you always rely on me, there's going to come a day where you're going to end up, overspending on something, and you think I'm going to have your back, which, listen, I do. In some situations I do, but when we learn about responsibility, that sacrifice comes in too, of being able to tell your kids, hey, I'm sorry, you're not within the budget on this.
That's good. You're teaching them how to deal with struggle. That's a good thing. Real quick, we're getting some feedback on the IG. They're saying your mic is sounding kind of low, Bobby. I don't know if you can adjust that.
Oh, mine is.
Yes.
Yeah, you're kind of cutting in and out a little bit. Like you're moving your head back.
Do the mic check. Do the mic check.
Mic check.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah,
okay. A second ago, I did something in it.
Thank you. Hey,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. You had something, Corey.
Yeah. Money should be moved, right? And like the sacrifices that we make the sacrifices for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And trust you me, I know. And I sacrificed money to go to conferences. At first I was thinking like, am I going to learn something that can help me make money? But no, I've learned something different. I learned how to move money strategically, but accurately. So it was about a year ago. That's when I learned about how the elite, the 1% of the 1%, how they pay less taxes than most people. It's not that they don't pay less taxes. They move their money, and then they also know that how much their tax bill is before the end of the year. So they set aside their 27% before anything else happens. So they go ahead and drop that 27% down, whether it's 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. And then the rest of their money is moving. They were like, they don't have more than $50,000 into one bank account because they know that only 250,000 is insured by any bank account. And then the other 50 and 60,000, that's the only cash that they may be able to get if they need that much cash in an emergency. So what they do is they have accounts. They have like Roth IRAs, they have CISAs, they have all these other all these accounts that gain interest, they gain compound interest. And then what they do is they go ahead and create another account. And then they also have banks. I mean, they also have businesses, which, they have C Corps and S Corps, and they have these savings accounts under them that brings high yield. And we talked about this before, that ends up being a family bank. We talked about the difference between the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers and the Vanguards. So all these things are actually out there for us to learn. And if you have your money, move it these ways, because if you're going to save it, like truly save it, put it somewhere where it's going to work and make money for you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like what we were talking about, these bank accounts. Just the other day, because I had a leak in my kitchen, I was like, man, this is about to cost me. So what I did was I just went to one of these accounts where my money was moving, and I said, let me grab it from out of there. Why? Because even the money that I grabbed out of there was gaining so much interest, it looks like the same amount that I deposit. And I was able to take care of that situation.
Hence why you spend $100 a month on Starbucks.
Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But
That's what's up.
Exactly, because I know where the money is moving. Because I have Starbucks stock, you know.
That's good too. That's good too.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up, man. Thanks for sharing that. And very good point. Very good point.
I know people always talk crap about rich people. I'm like, calm down. They just learned the secret. They learned the secret. Don't be mad because they did.
Go learn it, man. And again, it's news you could use. I would recommend everyone go out and read the book, What Would the Rockefellers Do? I read that book and it was just like, okay, I'm on. You know what I mean? And I'm building, baby. So what would the Rockefellers do? Go get that book so you can start learning those secrets, right? Don't say we didn't tell you now. Did we lose Donald?
I think he went to go get the book.
Hey, that was quick. Giving him news he can use.
He was like, hold on. Let me go get the book real quick. I'm adding him right now.
Okay, he's back. We thought he went to go get the book. Is that it was that immediate, man? I like that.
I'm gonna run to it, man. Don't get me wrong.
That urgency, boy. Hey, so that caps off the 3 S's for success. That's the first recap. So moving to the second recap that we covered in 2024 was the port strikes. That one right there, man. It stuck with me because it opened my eyes. And you don't know what you don't know. You know what I mean? Like everything basically I probably have in my house is because of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're crucial part of the supply chain that I did not appreciate until that happened when they went on strike, man. And just to recap on that, they demanded a 70% pay raise because of the profit that the supply industry was making from the pandemic, but they wasn't getting their fair share. And then they also had to deal with automation. They needed their fair share, man. So I appreciate them a lot more. And also too, one thing was it disrupted the flow of supply. I mean, it affected Charleston, Houston, Miami, New Jersey, New York, Savannah. We felt that. We felt that.
And that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
That's what they wanted to do.
So I just wanted to revisit that. And again, any longshoremen out there, I want to let you know I appreciate you. Thank you for what you do. And I'm glad y'all got what y'all needed. And the powers that take care of them folks, man. Because I don't want to get another interruption in our supply system, man. That
and if you notice, they kicked it off because right after them, you had Starbucks, you had Amazon, you had all these other companies striking because they realized that when you get a bunch of people together to make some noise and rattle some cages, some change is gonna happen.
You know what though? All those Amazon employees and companies and stuff, they ain't getting nothing without those boats being unloaded off that ocean, man.
Good point. Yep. I mean, Amazon Prime, baby. I was getting those notifications that my deliveries were being delayed. That's when I really felt it. I'm like, hey, get them people that damn raise, man.
Give them what they asked for.
Give them what they asking for, man.
Yeah.
Good point, Donald.
Yeah, man. I appreciated that guy, Eric, man. You know, I thought he was in LA, but he's in Alabama, apparently. So stock workers down there.
Man, for real. I'm glad they was able to work that out. Now our next recap coming up, man. This one is Sovereign City, man. That thing was such a big deal. That's what we asked Dr. Poole to come back, man, to recap what was going on with this whole Sovereign City thing. What was that about, Dr. Poole?
Yeah, it's basically this special interest group thinking that they're above the law. A lot of people in America and even in parts of Europe and Australia have found a way to try and circumvent getting around government systems and laws by using particular phrases and whatnot that pretty much allows them to say that they're not an actual citizen, even though they're living in a place that says you have to follow these particular laws or have driver's license, insurance, things like, an average citizen has. These folks pretty much think that that law doesn't apply to them. And so it's just it's still something that's being discovered. There's still a lot more information coming out about it. There's also something called maritime law, I guess, is another aspect of it that has to do with like sailors and whatnot, believing the particular laws don't apply to them. Because so just something to keep your eyes open for. Go on YouTube, check it out. It's very entertaining.
It is.
Situations.
Go look that up on YouTube, y'all. We would try to show a clip, but we don't need no more copyright strikes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Very funny.
You want to know? I wanted to know, Dr. Poole, because are these sovereign citizens associated with the community of people who squat in homes and are able to deem that home theirs? Because I saw on the news a while back where it was this one lady who she had a home that she doesn't live in state because she has another home out of state, but someone was squatting in their property. And by squatting in their property, once you in that property for 30 days and receive a letter, receive mail, you cannot remove that person legally. Remove that person until you have, I believe there's a 90-day process to get that person out of your home.
Warrants. You got to get warrants and police and stuff.
You got to get an eviction notice. You have to treat them like a tenant, even if they've never paid you a penny, which is kind of stupid because when we talk about home ownership, is that something really that is going to be worth it in the long run? If you think you're going to own a home and you leave the home for 30 days because you're getting some sort of repairs done, you're getting things in order, and you come back and somebody's made themselves at home there.
Yeah.
What do you do? And it just seems like a kind of an asinine thought to think that a squatter, somebody who doesn't pay anything, and these people know what they're doing. They're not stupid.
Yeah, I don't think they're the same, but I think they're the same at the same time. It's basically a group of people who are trying to get over by any means necessary, and thinking that they're special and set apart. And so with sovereign citizens, as far as what I've seen, I haven't seen any stories about squatters or whatnot. I think squatters are worse than sovereign citizens personally because of the things that you just mentioned. But
IG is agreeing with you, Dr. Poole. Crystal Sparkley said that's a crazy thing, squatters' rights. And then Kick It Free said, I'm about to start squatting. These bills.
Yeah, if you can find a property, why not? I'll tell you for real. I'm seeing videos, people here in LA, they're going up to Brentwood and Hollywood, and they're finding these big, empty, abandoned houses, and they're literally taking it over. There was one huge house in Brentwood. All of the walls were tagged up, and it was like a squatter's party house, and
it was.
So that's what's happening.
I think it depends on where that happens. I got to be really honest with you because California has been playing some stupid games, but here in Texas, we're an F around and find out kind of.
Yeah, this F around find out state.
So, no, really, we are
right now.
Don't do it. I just being real with you.
Well, California is changing though. They are rescinding that $950 theft law where you could steal up to $950 and it's just a misdemeanor. Then we're taking that out, and so people are still trying to do that, and they're getting caught and they're getting felonies now. So I think there are some steps that are happening, but it's probably going to be a very slow process because there are still so many. It's just very blue, even though it went kind of red. There's
no. California.
It'll be
red.
A while.
It's the coast that's blue.
Yeah.
I showed this on my IG. I don't know if it was you who had asked me about it. Do you remember that?
Probably.
I showed a picture of Texas. Texas is red, but Texas went dark red during this last election. And California, because there's no blue states, but California is all red along the eastern part, and then all along the west coast is blue.
Yeah, the whole coastline.
All I saw on the whole map was red. Like I said, the whole country was soup. Whoop.
Yeah.
My Cali folks know what's up.
Hey.
And when I saw the election results, that's the first thing I saw. I'm like, all of America is whooping everywhere. Oh wow.
Yeah, man. I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw California turn red, I knew that all right, there are more people out there who are starting to think like I am and just kind of seeing things differently now, and some of the things are obvious, my issue was the whole men and women's sports thing. So that was kind of my crutch. And That's where I draw the line, man. You
But
can't have men in there
just
beating up women.
in our spaces in general.
What was that face? Did y'all
But-
see how he popped back up?
Oh no!
I'm gonna screen capture that on the replay.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so that's the city thing, man. That was just ridiculous, man. I call them solving idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to be a citizen, leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when the migrants come, you could be a reverse migrant. You can leave if you want to.
Yeah.
If you don't want to deal with our laws, leave. Bye bye. You know, you can.
You know, the funny thing is, it's like there's loopholes for everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If there's tax loopholes, there's a living loophole, right? You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, I would like to know if there is a niche that's been exploited for that.
Like what?
A loophole niche?
Think about it. There's niche for side hustles. There's niche for real estate. There's niche for this. What about niche for loopholes? Is it probably because if they expose the loopholes, then it may not. They may fill it. They may fill up the loophole.
Maybe. Because
Like,
if everyone finds out about it, now you're forcing change. What were you saying, Bobby? Go ahead. Sorry.
That's like information hoarding.
Yeah. Gatekeeping.
That's what I say.
Gatekeeping,
They're gatekeeping.
Ooh.
I do believe that there probably is a niche for loopholes, but that doesn't mean everybody is privy.
You know, and I think we're
Yeah,
seeing
can
that.
I learn some loopholes?
Say what, Dr. Poole?
I was just saying, teach me some of these loopholes. I don't know any of these loopholes.
You know, it's just you don't know what you don't know. Like Corey was saying, man, I've been diving deep in the tax deeds and tax liens, right? This is something I never knew about. And I'm like, what? This is a whole, I had no idea. I mean, some would say crypto is a loophole, right? Because I don't know crypto like that. That's not my niche, you know what I'm saying? As I dig deeper in the tax deed situation, man. And again, that's why we put the show together, man. So when we say news you can use, we mean it. We're trying to spread the knowledge. You know what I mean? So and speaking of which, share this thing, man. When you see this stuff, we're giving you this gold. Share this out there, man, and let us know if y'all know anyone that could come on here and actually share some info about loopholes. I think there's different lanes with their own loopholes, right? That you got to discover, pick a niche, learn it. That's what I would say. To your point, Corey. Good point.
I'd be happy to learn some other tax loopholes for my
that part.
business money.
Because remember, loopholes are to benefit you.
Yes.
It's not it's for you to be able to benefit directly. And I think that is the key to unlock the door of success that many are failing to do.
Yeah.
Because anything like we already mentioned in the 3 S's, there's sacrifice that needs to be done. So you may have to lose an hour of sleep or two. You may have to stay up 2 or 3 hours. But once you crack the code, then not only will you benefit, but those who you speak life into with this information will benefit as well.
Yep.
And then find a way to monetize the information, you know.
So we got some feedback. Crystal Sparkley said, ask AI about the loopholes. Actually, the point is, I would say pick a lane though. I kind of just I stumbled on the tax deed thing because I was trying to get into real estate, and there was just an OG that kind of pulled me to the side and told me about it. I'm like, what? Jigga who? Okay, and I actually used AI to figure some stuff out because there's so much terminology in real estate I don't know. I'm like, hey, I go to the homie chat GPT. Hey, what this mean, cuz? Oh, okay. Good looking out. What is an easement? I didn't know what an easement was. You know what I mean? Like
easement.
Those are fun.
And then Kick It Free said there's a loophole for everything if you look hard enough. Combine that. Look hard enough.
Find a loophole.
Y'all remember
we need to do a segment called Loopholes.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. There used to be a show called Extreme Couponing. And what happened was people were finding the loopholes with coupons. So when they go to the store, they come out with 37 eyeliners, but the store ended up having to pay them $12 back.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I
did that. I did that.
About that eyeliner, huh?
Couponing. I did it because I saw the Kardashians do it, and I was like, because I saw it on HGTV first,
Okay,
and then I saw the Kardashians try to do it, and they messed up somehow. But then I did exactly what the lady on HGTV did. She was like, she goes to the sites and get the signs up, and they get these coupons in the mail, and they also get coupons in their inbox because they subscribe to something. I did. Yeah. I went to Von's grocery store in Inglewood, and I came out with 2 baskets full of groceries and $17. And I was like, this is it. But I did. The only reason why I didn't stick with it, I had a lot of stuff that I didn't need, but in order for me to
matter. You can find somebody who needs it.
Somebody gonna need it.
There you go. And you know what I'm saying? Or I could have sold it, because that the only thing about it is I looked at it at the time, and I was only married. I didn't have kids at the time, so I was like, this was a lot, but it worked. So when you find a system that work it, baby, work
that
it.
thing. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of working that thing, the outgoing president was working some things too. What was he working on? This at the end of his term, sir.
Oof. So Biden, break them out, Biden.
break them out,
Biden. He had 37 of 40 federal death row inmates commuted. Their sentence commuted.
What does that mean for those that don't know? I went to public school, so just refresh my memory, please.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. He just pretty much said, open the door and you can go.
You can go. Holla.
Hey.
I know Bobby's feeling a certain type of way about this. Bobby, come on, chime in.
I'll tell you why I feel a certain way about it. I did my research. I was only able to do like 6 people because they had a long rap sheet.
Yeah.
So I'm over here looking at all these people. Did you know that there's a thing? Let me throw this out there. You know, there's a thing called Murderpedia. It's a Wikipedia. Murderpedia. Kid you not. I found one of the members one of the first people that I looked up, his last name was Araujo. He had like 4 names, but his last name was Araujo. And so I started looking up this guy, and I found on Murderpedia just by Googling his name, and all this stuff started coming up, and he was one of the people that came up of whose sentence is being commuted. So their sentence being commuted doesn't mean that you get a free pass and hey, just throwing deuces at the jailers and you get to walk out. No, they just get taken off a death row, but they still have to stay in prison for life.
Okay.
But it's just life without the possibility of parole. That's it.
So they lose that dinner, huh? A lot of people gonna go to death row for that dinner.
Lose that dinner. So one of the people I had found, I started reading through his stuff on Murderopedia, was an MS-13 gang member. He killed 8 people, and that's only who they know. They said that he had come out with more, but they hadn't confirmed these people yet. So he killed 8 people. Somebody else had killed like 3 people, raped 2 children, and that's
now
that's tough because I do believe I do believe in stuff like second chances and stuff, but I think that here in this physical world, there are some things that you just can't come back from. There's some things you're not going to be able to come back from. If you were given the sentence of death row, the United States be playing too many games. If you're put on death row, like, all right, baby, you got 5 days. Say your goodbyes. And that's it. But we hear about people being on death row for years. Yeah, because you know what? Death row, like death sentences are carried out in other countries within a few days, shoot, some within a few hours. But then you have so many people now, mind you, if there's hard evidence against this person, I mean hard evidence, like he can't dispute it. He's like, yeah, I killed him, and what? No remorse. I feel like that's a giant slap in the face to every single victim.
Right.
Every single victim. I would be pissed. If I was the parent, if I was the child.
No, yeah, 100%. 100%.
You know what I mean? That's just a slap in the face. Like, what about us? Don't we get any justice? But this person still gets to live in prison, laughing it up for the rest of his life, comfortable, 3 hots in a cot.
No, I agree.
Not comfortable.
I agree with
Well,
that.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
By the way, it's 3 hots and a cot. They ain't paying taxes. They're, you know what I mean? Like they're just living.
a burden on taxpayers.
They're being a succubus.
Well, so and I agree with what you're saying. Like, if you blatantly know that you did this and you confessed and did this, you know what? There got to be some kind of like, because the incoming president already said that he's going to do away with those who are guilty. So he can probably, I'm sure he can go ahead and expedite that gentleman like straight back to his country, right? Because of the fact that he did
pro-life and pro-death. Just saying.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if I believe that president over there in Mexico, right? She's like really harsh on like on criminals and violent crimes too. So she might just be like, okay, well, there you go. All right, let him go, knock him out.
So MS-13 isn't. I don't believe that's a Mexican thing. I think it's
MS-13, Mexican Mafia.
No. It stands for something else. I was reading it on his page.
Why y'all think we got some comments on IG? K Free said it's retarded, and if you pay attention, they are trying to create the biggest mess possible to make it tougher for Trump to succeed. Watch how they blame these pardons on Trump somehow. And then he also said, what about how he's trying to pardon damn near his whole administration, and they haven't even been charged with a crime yet? I'll take things that make you go for 400, Alex.
So it does feel like Biden or whoever controls Biden, because let's be honest, I don't know.
Obama controls Biden.
No,
it's possible. It's possible.
Who controls Obama?
Yes, there's definitely some sort of shadow government stuff happening. But listen, he is definitely trying to sabotage things right now to make it difficult so that people can be, or the media. I don't want to say people. The media could be like, oh look, Trump did this. Man, stop. Keep his name out your mouth for the time being, and let's just deal with what's happening in the moment. Because right now he's not in office. He's not.
Well, if you think about it, he's just picking up where he left off. I mean, ever since the first time he got elected president, they've been trying to do everything to sabotage this guy, you know? They're just picking up where they left off. Start over again.
Round two. Let's try this again. Let's be positive. We all want to be positive going into the presidency. And, you know, we never want to wish anything bad against Donald Trump. And we want to wish success upon our president, because when our president's successful, we're successful as a nation. Who doesn't want that? You know what I mean?
What I would,
yeah.
But not to put this back on the president or the president elect. But what I do want to address is how these 47 sentences were commuted. However, this one man who clearly this is a different situation. The cards were stacked against this young man who ended up being put in jail, when even the person he was with said he wasn't there when he got convicted and had a life sentence. This was 2 months prior. 2 months ago, we talked about it. He was on death row, and everybody was hoping he'd get his sentence commuted, and they didn't.
That's
he
good.
Died.
Oh no, he did not.
No, he didn't get his sentence commuted. They killed him. They killed him, and even the person who lied and said that he did it came forth to say that he didn't do it. So, and of course it was, and I say this, I'm gonna say it was a black man, and
I had a thought in my head.
Yeah, no. Look, I'm gonna say it out loud for you, man. And I'm like, okay, so we let 47 people get their sentence commuted. And then this one young man, who he's not young anymore, because I think he was in prison since 1998 when the alleged crime happened. Murder? I mean, not murder, but he died. They electrocuted him. So where is the fact that since they couldn't find reasonable doubt, right? They couldn't find it. They couldn't just say he did it. So why didn't they commute his sentence, right? And let him stay on for life. That's some of these things that I'm like, it makes you say, You know what I'm saying? It kind of gets you emotional about the situation, and
I got
you gotta wonder who these like some of these judges are. You know
right.
damn well what you're doing, and I know this. I know this is kind of a little bit off topic. But if you've ever seen the movie Holes,
The movie
you know
what?
what I'm talking about? Holes.
Holes? Oh, way back in the day. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
do you remember the judge? The judge was in on sending all these kids out to a boot camp out in the desert because that judge got a cut out of whatever that camp got.
Mm-hmm.
I firmly believe while that may have just been a movie, I always firmly believe that there's somebody on the back end getting paid to put people away.
That actually happens because
That's crap. You
I've
got
seen
young men out here getting put in jail for some
yeah,
things
they're
and getting
filling the
life.
jails. They're filling the jails with assumptions of what an individual have done, and then like I've seen an episode of like that on Law and Order twice. One on Special Victims Unit and one on Law and Order, regular Law and Order. And as a creative, sometimes we pull from real life experiences, and also you have to do R&D, research and development, to make sure that everything sticks. And I'm sure they researched some real life situations, like when they said some celebrities are behind prisons that's out there. When I heard about that, I did research, and I realized that wow, these private prisons are owned by some celebrities, some real rich gurus, and these are some people that are Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. They're on the payroll, and I'm like, really? So it's
question.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, it's not really a question. It's more of like a comment for the jails. We got I've known two people who have gone to jail for a murder, and one of them did 10 years because it was kind of like a self-defense thing. He was super drunk out of his mind and drugged out. But the other one is our boy Sideways. You guys remember our brother Sideways? Our little brother Andre Andrews?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brother was kicking it with the Asians. Yeah, he's in jail right now for murder. He shot a woman in the face in Las Vegas a few years ago. Kind of, it wasn't gang related, but it was kind of gang related. And so they beat the shit out of him, but he's in jail right now. And so I wonder how that would apply, because in some cases you could kill someone in the self-defense, you only do 10 years and you're out. You don't even get life. But in other cases, like our other friends, it might be different. He's probably going to get life because of circumstances. So how can you really decide who gets released and who doesn't?
Say what
it's
now?
Like, it's like, how can you decide? How can you really decide who gets chosen to be released and who doesn't? Like, I wonder what that process is like. Do they do like a lottery, or like throw a dart at the wall or something? Like, all right, this guy, and this guy.
So records play a big part of it. If you have a record, if you have a criminal record or you have criminal behavior, then they're not trying to release you back into society, because obviously when you go to jail, that's supposed to serve the punishment that you've done, and then afterwards you're supposed to be a new civilian, right? Quote unquote. But when you go into prison, it's not like you can go down the street, you know what I'm saying, and then you can go up the corner. No, you in confinement, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta be, you're institutionalized, point blank period. So when you come out those doors, you know what I'm saying, you have to re-entry yourself into civilization from the time that, and also got to realize, if you've been in jail for 20 years, this 20 years from here, what was that? That's 2004.
Yeah.
We got internet technology, cyber this, cyber that, AI. All these things,
self-driving cars.
You get all that information overwhelmed you, and then now you don't know how to pick things up. And yes, you could be in prison. You could have been in prison for 20 years and could have learned some of this stuff. But if you're focused on getting out, some of the things you're not going to pay attention to. You're just like, I don't want to be overwhelmed. Let me do my time so I can be able to get out, so I can be able to see the people that I have left. Because I know there's going to be people who I've lost when they were inside. There's going to be people who, you know what I'm saying, who left me behind, who forgot about me. And then there's gonna be some people that's wanting me to come home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I remember, what's that guy? Big Meech just came home from prison, and he was in jail for like 25 years from BMF. And
at least 20-ish.
Yeah, the thing, you know what I'm saying? He got an iPhone, FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? Imagine somebody in 2024 getting their first FaceTime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you doing this? I'm seeing you when I'm talking to you. You feel me? It's a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah, it's different.
I think it depends on where you're at, because some of the prisoners, if I'm not mistaken, they have access to different things. Because
TikTok and everything, man.
Yeah, no, I know somebody who's in prison, and they email me, and it's a lot quicker than getting regular snail mail, because through snail mail they have to have people open it up and read the letters and stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, through this app that we use, he sends me messages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he just sends me messages. I'm pretty sure it gets streamed through some sort of algorithm. It gets filtered. Yeah, for sure. And I could send him like pictures, and he can get, and you have to pay for like a digital stamp to send a message.
Right.
And so
they're gonna make their money, man.
Oh, yeah.
They gonna make their money.
Yeah, it is. But you know, it's different now.
Yeah. Think about, like Dr. Pooh said, Sideways. When he come out, because if it's, I mean, even if I know if the act was done in passion, because you said it was. I remember him posting, was like, oh shit, I'm about to do this, something like that on Facebook. I wasn't sure, and I was like, wait, what? And then somebody else posted like, oh no, and then I clicked on it, and it was his mugshot, and I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They put him in the newspaper. That's how I found out about it. Like, his mom called me, but then she was like, yeah, it's in the paper.
Right.
It's gracious.
And then did the lady die? I don't want to make that assumption. The lady
yeah, it had to do with his I'm not going to get too into his life or anything, but it had to do with his baby and his baby mama and some other people who tried to intervene in him and his baby mama and his baby's relationship. And that's all I'm going to say. It was a family thing.
He knew this. So he knew this woman.
Oh yeah,
very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey man, that's well. So any other details about those sentences being commuted?
There were the 3 that didn't get commuted because they were acts towards they were in the same category as hate crimes. Out of the 40 that didn't get commuted, there was one that blew up a church, one that shot up I believe shot up the grocery store
in Buffalo, right? We had Daniel was on here talking about that. That's his hometown. Yep.
And then there was one that it was a school, I believe.
Like a school shooting?
School shooting, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm glad those didn't get commuted.
Jeez. They're not getting commuted because you know what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest, it's like it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I just wish America could really just take a look at themselves. Look at yourself. Look at yourself, America, and look at what you can do better. Because it's 2025 in 2 days.
2 days.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? 2 days.
Hey,
not even
that way.
8.5.
Yeah.
Time like the present.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got this, new year, new me. Okay. You got a new year, you got a new you about to have a new president, you about to have a new month, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a new day. What are you gonna do? Because you know what I'm saying?
Only you can make you better.
Well, what are you guys planning on doing? You guys got any resolutions or anything? You guys doing the New Year's resolution thing?
That on the next episode. Going to the next recap of 2024. Since we are kind of criminal minded and what we're talking about, we're gonna talk about the criminals, the hackers that taught 50 Cent how to rob. For those that don't know, the breakout single that 50 Cent had was How to Rob, when he was talking about how he was gonna rob all these artists that were hot in the game at that time. And earlier in the year, his X account got hacked. And within 30 minutes, the hackers were able to create a fictitious cryptocurrency called $G unit, and within 30 minutes they did a pump and dump. They was able to get $3 million before it got caught and shut down. Within 30 minutes, $3 million.
What that coin look like?
Say what now?
What that coin look like?
What the coin look like?
I don't know. I know they were advertising it and promoting it on his account. And people started going and buying it, and within 30 minutes they raised $3 million and got away scot-free. The last time I checked, there was no traces. 50 Cent had to report his account and everything. He got access back to his account. But by then they already made off with the money, man. Made out like bandits.
Biden.
Yeah, man. Biden. I see. Okay. That's like when Bobby was like, "Oh, I see what you did there, magazine."
Magazine.
Oh, that was hilarious, man. Oh, like, hey, listen.
Hey.
Donald Trump is your president. If you like it or not, baby, keep that energy you have with Barack.
Hey, speaking of cryptocurrency safety, man, actually something happened earlier. Someone on our YouTube channel had responded to Kick It Free's a short that we had that he was talking about cryptocurrency, and he asked for some advice, and I guess he put some sensitive cryptocurrency information on there, and K Free hit me up, was like, hey, take that down. Like, if it was a legit post, be careful, learn what you're working with, learn the technology you're working with, and don't be putting sensitive information out there, because it was either one, he put something on there that maybe someone could have been able to use to get access to their wallet. So I deleted that account. Or I deleted that comment for that person's safety. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It could be that, or two, it could have been bait. It could have been bait to where someone put that information on there to where he was trying to tempt a would-be hacker, and then someone who tried to hack him actually released a ransomware payload on their device. So I don't know which one it was, but just to be safe, we deleted that comment. So just keep that in mind with cryptocurrency. And I know we were talking about us getting at the strategic cryptocurrency reserve. Just be careful, man. Be careful. Because when stuff like this happen to people like 50 Cent, we getting comments on our page. Be careful. You know what I mean? That's the biggest takeaway from there. Because I mean, I don't know much about crypto like that, but he pointed out, I'm like, oh, let me delete this right now.
Away. Hey, 50, away. If you're listening, come on to the show.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I know you're in Vegas right now, but
I know. Oh yeah, he's doing that residency, right?
Yeah.
He was here in San Antonio a month and a half, 2 months ago.
50 was?
Yes, he sure was, because people at our church went to go and see him. And on Sunday, they were talking about, I was like, stop playing. They're like, yeah, he's shorter than he looks. I was like, man, everybody's shorter than they look. He's 2 inches shorter than me. And I'm like, man, he looks tall, though. He looks like 5'11".
I got a picture with me and him. 50 Cent, 50 Cent is he's like 6 feet even.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's taller than average.
Yeah, or maybe he had on boots or something.
He was like 5'8".
Nah, he's not 5'8". He's taller than 5'8". And he like, dude, yeah, that dude is crazy. Like,
K Free called him 50 inch.
50 inch. Bruh.
No diddy. Hey man, money it keeps coming up on this show, man. Earlier this year, we also asked the audience, stimulus or nah. What was that about when we talked about that in 2024?
Okay, and the reason why I put this on the recap is because it came back around that there is a stimulus. At first, we were talking about how Biden had President-elect Donald Trump had approved the stimulus package for those, and this was right after he got elected.
That was the rumor. It was a rumor.
It was a rumor. But I guess Biden was like, you know what I'm saying? press the fuck it button. people are getting the stimulus check. For those who didn't, because there was over 1 million people who didn't receive their stimulus package in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And so those who have filed this year, they will start seeing that stimulus package coming in the second week of January.
Yeah, they
All the
didn't
way
make
up until
No
the
way.
end.
on the news.
Yeah.
Just
So
the
I can still
people
get those checks.
from 2020.
That's if you didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
You
I didn't
can
get any of them.
go on the IRS website and go take a look around through some of those buttons and go look up.
They owe me 2 years. 2 years. They gave checks 2 years in a row, right?
They only go into 2021.
Yeah,
Oh,
last year the deadline already passed for the previous year before that.
Yeah.
so I just be giving money away, man. Fuck, man.
You said what
Hey,
now?
bro.
I just be giving money away by not filing this stuff, man. Shit.
Yeah, you got to file, man. Gotta do that paperwork.
3 S's, bro. You got to go ahead and sacrifice.
Sacrifice that time, man.
Or you could study, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so here's the thing. Let me just tell you this, Donald. Think about it like this, and this could probably make you just flip the switch. That 1 hour that you spend is worth $1,500 in stimulus money.
Yeah.
There
They
you
could
go.
have used that to go to my taxes too, just reinvest that shit so I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
Put it in that SoFi account and let that boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Yep.
Compound on
Hey, we
compound
need an
on
affiliate
compound.
link for that one, man.
Yeah, you can look.
Oh, yeah.
No, for real. I got you.
For
Matter
real.
of fact, we're gonna put that link in the body of the actual episode.
There you go. Hey, we're about to hook you up right now, man.
Hell yeah.
Hey, when I
Sure.
come out to Cali,
Ain't no cap.
when I come out to Cali in a month and a half, man, can I get a Starbucks?
Bruh, you gonna get more than Starbucks. You already know, man. We gotta go back over. All right.
But on your
side
tab,
note.
on your tab.
On my tab. You know,
Hey,
I got you, bro.
I got both of y'all. Hit me up, man.
For that
Jeez.
secret Starbucks account he's talking about.
Bruh, I got I guess people know me so well that I got Starbucks gift cards for Christmas.
Nice.
They were like,
nice.
"Oh, get Corey Starbucks." Yeah. Because I love my teas, my green tea lemonade from Starbucks with extra honey. That's it.
Oh, that goes hard. Actually, I like that too, man.
Yeah.
I love my teas now.
Yeah. Look, I got stock in them for a reason. You feel me? I know when the peak, look, you know what I'm saying? When the red cups come around every December, my dividends go up.
Hey man, that pumpkin spice. Hey man, I like that pumpkin.
PSL, pumpkin spice,
man. Hell yeah, man. Hey man.
That's one thing that's never gonna go out of style is stuff like coffee.
Coffee,
technology, like when we talk about stocks and investing, that's stuff that's never gonna go out of style, especially when it
evergreen.
Evergreen, baby. Evergreen. Speaking of technology, well, something that we talked about a lot this year was AI and growing up in the world of AI. Talk about that, Bobby.
Come on, Bobby.
Oh man. Okay. So growing up in the world where we have artificial intelligence at our fingertips, I guess it just depends on how you want to use this. You can be smart about using artificial intelligence. While I always have not been the biggest mouthpiece for artificial intelligence because I believe with every piece of technology, it can be harmful if used in an incorrect manner, which I think that we know that. We've seen AI come in and be able to help us in our daily lives, which is which is really good, gives us information. But at the same time, when we have artificial intelligence being able to listen whenever we think our devices aren't listening, that's the time where I'm like, okay, well, let's pump the brakes for a second on this AI stuff. Lower your roll. Why are you trying to listen? Because like it goes with our phones. One day I was looking up king size comforters on my on my this Google area. All of a sudden, Facebook, and I'll put a Facebook, go check out a couple feeds. All of a sudden, I see, king size farmhouse style comforter. I'm like, oh, Facebook, get out my business.
It's
Get out of my business,
bro.
It's like, stop listening. Or like, Alexa, stop it. Like
that part.
It's true though. You know what I mean? Like I think that it can be helpful, but I think it could be harmful too. I don't, we don't need that much technology in our life where we have it listening to us 24/7. Because the last thing you want is something like that to come back and bite you in the ass, and somebody begin to illegally use your voice and things that you've said against
Mm-hmm.
against somebody, maybe in private, and before you know it, that gets logged in as evidence.
Yeah.
That's unfair. That's
Yeah.
using technology for harmful, for harmful things.
Yep.
I'm not with that at all.
You got a comment too from Kick It Free. He said tampons could be harmful if used in the wrong manner too. Just kidding, but he's not. You get some laughter out of it, but he's not lying, man. Like these tools can be good. They could be used for good. They can be used for bad, right? Be careful. Protect yourself.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In the old church, like in my church, the old people in my church hate AI. They think AI is the devil. But I'm like, but the problem is, and I'm gonna stand on, and someone may be listening and watching because it's on Facebook. But the reason you guys think it's the devil is because of the fact that it's new. 40 years ago, people thought microwaves was killing us. 60 years ago, people sat down in front of TVs with domes on their heads to try to prevent radiation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thought that cell phones were evil. Yet these cell phones are in everybody's hand.
Everybody got
and then realize that these cell phones have AI technology and IoT, which is Internet of Things, already inside of that before Chat GPT became a thing. So thank you for dropping the bomb. I want people to know that you only are fearful of the unknown.
The unknown.
And for those who, you know what I'm saying, are in the church, you guys need to realize that if you're scared of it, why don't you pray? Because Ice Cube gave us that. If you're scared,
go to church.
Go to church. I like it.
Wisdom from Ice Cube.
Yep.
O'Shea Jackson Sr.
We got some comments. It's a tool, can be used for good or evil. That came from Crystal Sparkly. Yeah,
Crystal
man. Good
Sparkly,
point.
how you doing?
Oh yeah. That's love right there. She's actually someone, I got to show some love for Crystal Sparkly. She's actually a former student of mine from the IT school out here in San Antonio, man. She's doing her thing, man. So showing love. Thanks for showing that love. You get the bomb. Hey, thanks for that. Nah, good point, man. Again, for this, it's a shift, right? I think it always happens anytime something new comes out that threatens the existence of something else. People they panic and everything gets frantic. The world is gonna end. It ain't ended yet. So I mean, we're still here.
Yeah.
And jazz used to be the devil's music, right? Jazz wasn't that the devil's music?
That's what they said. I love me some good old jazz. If jazz is wrong, I don't want to be right. But you got to learn how to. You got to be like water, man. You got to move with it, man. Got to move with it. And even more important, get the youth prepared, man. Like we know what's coming. We know automation is coming. It's gonna replace some jobs, but it's gonna also create new jobs. You know what I mean? So it's you can be afraid of it, or you can learn how to harness it and use it, man. So that's my take on that one. That's definitely my take on that one. And speaking of technology, man, this right here, we bringing it back again. We started this whole platform talking about this piece of technology, and it's back again. Good old TikTok.
The TikTok. Can I say something?
Say something, sir.
President-elect Donald Trump said, can we please hold on the TikTok ban after I become sworn in? I have so many things to do.
Remind them
TikTok
of
is the word.
You predicted this. Tell them, refresh them, remind them what you said.
I said somewhere in about when they first started talking about banning TikTok, I said this is an election year. and realize all these people most of these people on TikTok is making money. They're making some damn good money.
Good money.
So the president who backs the TikTokers, or the nominee, the front runner who backs TikTok, will become president. And lo and behold, I got some good things that we can do with the TikTok. So we're going to hold on the ban. And that is your president-elect Donald Trump. He wants to pause the ban on TikTok. However, he doesn't get sworn in on the 20th, until the 20th.
President yet.
Biden already scheduled that thing to be shut down on the 19th.
Of course.
So, well, I don't know what
I don't see the tie in there. I mean, because this was before. I mean, that was something that was already decided when we reported it at the beginning of the year. So I don't know if there's a tie in there. It's because I remember when we reported on it. When Congress passed it, actually, when it was running through Congress, Biden already said he was going to sign it, and at that point, I don't think anybody knew, that Trump was going to do what he's doing now, or he was going to take the stance that he's taking now. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think that one is a legit one, to be honest. But to be honest, I did not believe what Corey said. I thought that all the politicians had a consensus of that it was a national threat. So it blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie, it blew my mind. That Trump backpedaled on that because he was against it in his first term. I remember him speaking out against TikTok on his first term. And in my opinion, it's kind of shifty, but I understand he has to be shifty and backpedal on that because part of his argument and the reason why he's saying that he's asking the Supreme Court if they can delay it, it helped him win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, politics is quid pro quo. Politics is quid pro quo. Politics is quid pro quo, which is ironic because they always say, oh, you can't be quid pro quo, but that's literally what politics for. I need to get your vote somehow. Yeah. So he even said it that he has an overwhelming amount of youth because the youth helped get him in, right? I mean, he at least has to say that he will look into it. He has to say that.
Well, I have something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I could understand that there's a conflict because of how many Americans base their salary off of TikTok, and so if you take that away, there are going to be a lot of Americans who are going to have a lot of income taken out of their wallets, and so I think what will probably happen is he'll figure it out. He'll figure out a way to make China do something in order to maybe pay more or release algorithms or whatever. While still giving Americans the opportunity to make money because, it is a big source of revenue for this younger generation here in the States. And why punish them because of something that another country is in charge of,
I read that.
You get what I'm saying?
That's exactly what he wants is for them to release the algorithms that they've been using to detect and be able to get into pretty much people's personal information.
Yeah, I mean, why should people like Corey have to suffer, losing income? Well, because you do TikTok, why should TikTok suffer?
Give me my money.
I have a couple of close friends of mine that told me that they swear the best news that they get has been on TikTok because everything is unfiltered. So people were sharing older videos of stuff that Trump has done that the media has done a great job of hiding or just kind of brushing right over without giving full context of stories. And so I do think that TikTok absolutely helped. Social media helped him win this time.
Now, I don't support TikTok, just for the record.
No, I don't either.
That's just another one of those social media things, man. There's too many of them out there.
We don't, but I've had people say I saw so much stuff that I had no idea that I was missing out on because the mainstream media doesn't talk about any of this. And I was like, why would they? Why would they? The last thing they want is for you to be enlightened about what's happening.
Right.
However, it does not invalidate that it is a national security risk.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Now,
it's not invalidated.
Yeah, it's a paradox, right? It is definitely a paradox because on one hand, I don't want people who make an income from it to lose that income because that has an impact in the overall economy, micro and macro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
However, do we sacrifice our nation's security to save some people?
It's not worth it in the long
really what it's coming down to.
Remember the component.
Go to Patreon
about somebody. If somebody
there you go.
If somebody was to be able to purchase an American company, be able to purchase TikTok before the ban, then the company can be able to stay up.
Could be an Elon Musk thing again. Like what he did with Twitter.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Elon has X, which is a competition of TikTok.
Conflict of interest.
And now it would be beneficial for Elon to be able, in the Department of Government Efficiency, to be able to say, you know what, this isn't efficient. Let's go ahead and give Elon the keys to TikTok and move it under X, because you can monetize on X as well, but you have to pay a subscription.
Isn't TikTok tied into Instagram though?
No. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, which is a Chinese company, which also CapCut is owned by ByteDance as well. But ByteDance and ByteDance, pretty much they used to be a record label, and they ended up switching. They saw the switch from music, the combination to music and media before the world did. I saw it because when I started seeing videos come on YouTube before they came on BET, I was like, oh, this is it. And then instead of putting it on YouTube, they created their own lane. They gave people a lot of money to put their videos on their platform.
Yeah.
And now TikTok is actually part of a DSP. For those who don't know, that's a digital streaming partner. So if you're an independent artist and you don't want to get signed to these major labels, you pay a one-time fee to a DSP where you're on several platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, all of these places, and they stream your music. You get paid. Now, you get paid a lot less than normal, but imagine one of these TikTokers doing them dances to your video and it goes fire.
At least
you get 100 million views of 15 seconds of your song.
115 right now. You got to January 19th for that to happen.
There you go. So go viral quick. So think about it.
Go viral. But one thing I want to
20 days, baby. Make it happen.
You better hurry up. Let's go. One thing I want to recap though that y'all talked about is that algorithm. The U.S. ain't getting that algorithm, man. I said it once. I said it before, because the devil is in the details. All the details that the intel community needs is in that algorithm. We're not getting that. I'm telling you, China is a known adversary. They are not gonna give that to their adversary at all. China will not let ByteDance give that algorithm to any American entity, hands down. That's not in their best interest. You got to think. You got to understand your adversary. You know what I'm saying? That's not a smart move on their behalf. We will never see that algorithm unless some of our sharp cyber warriors get it. That's another episode. You know what I mean?
All right.
The thing about it is, because their algorithm.
Go ahead.
Their algorithm is not as complex as what many people may think. And when I say algorithm, I'm thinking about like algorithm, who's going to push your media to the front, right? Algorithm.
That's simplistic. So I'm gonna shout out to the DevSecOps community out there. I support the DevSecOps. Actually, I support several DevSecOps team. Surface level, yes. Okay. But it's very intuitive, man. It's some very smart developers
this is some big code that we're talking about.
It's
big
like
code is what creates the algorithm on the back end.
Yeah.
And that code is like I guess I would call it like a shadow code. Because if you don't understand it and you don't understand what the parameters are of what's inside of it, you're not going to know exactly what it does. And who even knows? More than likely, this stuff ain't even in English. So then you're going to have somebody come and decode the code. And Mandarin is the first hardest language to learn with over 2,600 characters. So good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh,
And
wow.
then even if, let's say, if they was like, okay, we'll hand over the algorithm, it ain't gonna be the real algorithm. It's not gonna be the true. You know what I mean? Like,
gonna
you
be
know
all
they're gonna have some
snapped up.
copies. You know, they'll have copies and backups and backups
Listen,
of the
they're not
backups.
stupid. They're not.
You know what I'm
they're
saying?
not stupid, man.
It's
So
like, here's the keys to my house, but I got an extra pair.
there you
Psych.
go. Change the locks, baby. Come on now.
Yeah.
Right? Here's the keys, but change the locks. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
K Free is saying AI can decode that ish in 45 seconds. Maybe. I think we underestimate this adversary, man. And again, it's if I wish I could share some of the things that I saw. But I think what I can say, I have had to respond to cybersecurity incidents, and guess who was behind it? That's all I'm gonna say.
Russia.
No, I actually, honestly,
Oh.
when I was on active duty, there was none that I was a part of that involved Russia. They involved China, dog. Like, I mean, when folks that were in the military are trying to tell y'all we can't trust them, we're telling you we can't trust them. They are not our friends, man.
You know, it's not even just that. There's people that are like, oh, I don't understand why the government doesn't tell us this or that. You don't need to know, dog. You don't need to know.
Because you be scared as shit.
I'm
for one, I'm glad that I don't know some of that
stuff. Blabbing your big mouth to our adversaries. There's no reason why you need to know about who's running through here and why operations are being done. You don't worry.
I don't need to know why drones are over my building. I don't need to know why drones are in the sky. Don't tell me if y'all already shot them shits down. I don't need to know.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I think it's left to be seen. Who knows? Maybe he may have the option once Trump gets back in office. Maybe he might have the option to revisit that. But we'll see. We'll see. If you are making money from TikTok, you better pivot now. We've been saying that since April. You need to get on X, whatever, you know what I mean? And tell your community, y'all it's time to move. And I done moved a few times. I was in the military. I had to move at least every 3 years. It's not that painful, but don't cross your fingers hoping that something happens. Because even when Trump gets in office, he's just the president. You know what I mean? The president is not as powerful as what we speak them to be. There's still your other branches of the government. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's a powerful guy, but even he can only do so much.
So this is
thank you for saying that. People I think forget all that too. There's a whole checks and balances system that happens in our government.
This ties us back into them loopholes. And then SSS. You know what I'm saying? If you sacrifice and realize, like, hey, sacrifice putting up them dances and just start telling people to find me over here, because on the 20th, you click on that icon and all it's going to do is just have that big old black T on the screen and saying you're not in a regional where you can access this, because it's only in America.
Only in America, baby.
They shutting that down, baby.
Now, I mean, it's people are going to use the VPNs. This is going to be very interesting, right? I can already see people they're going to be like, "Oh, I'm just don't turn my VPN on." We'll see. Yeah. But speaking of loopholes and crisis, because this might be a crisis to some, but this is the last recap of 2024 that we talked about. What crisis did we talk about earlier this year, sir?
Bank of America. You know we like to talk about money, right? You know we like to talk about money.
I mean, we've done it a lot this episode.
Yeah. And you would think, right? You would think Bank of America, it's a bank and it's of America, would have better security issues than they did, because of the fact that there was a time where they got shut down. People went into their app and there was no dinero. And it was like, what? Then, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine being in a place where you're at an expensive dinner and you're on a date with the right girl. First date, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, baby, I got you. You know what I'm saying? And he got it, right? He checked the account yesterday. He's like, oh, okay, them 45 G's is in there. I can spend a good $600-700 on the night. Cause you know what I'm saying? You gotta play the game. And then he goes to pay.
Man, you better invest in something else.
Well, look, I'm talking about the 1% of the 1% of the, those single ones, right? The younger one. And they're like, sir, I'm sorry. There must have been a mistake. Do you have another card? they don't say decline. They just gotta say, do you have another card? Maybe this is demagnetized. Like, what? And so then the girl
real bad right now, player.
So you have to look. You like, wait a minute, hold on.
That's not a GTD situation, sir, is it?
No, you will not get the draw on that one. You will get the dough.
Oh man,
because you are not winning that night. You lost. And Bank of America is the reason why there was so many babies that wasn't born within that time stamp. So you have Bank of America to blame.
Hey, Creative Native said we washing dishes together.
I'm about to say somebody needs to get in that kitchen.
See, these type of restaurants, when your plates is $400 or $500, I know this because I've seen it. They don't make you wash dishes because they don't feel like you can be able to wash that off. You got to realize, washing dishes, no, you get arrested. You get arrested. They come in to embarrass you. I've seen it. I was at Ruth Chris, me and my wife eating, enjoying, and we see the federales walk in. I'm like, whoa, like really? And they went and they were like, the guy, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, he died. Maybe it wasn't because of it. He didn't dine or dash. He sat in. He was dining, and then they just got him and they walked him out. They walked him out. Him and his date. So that's sad.
We getting some good advice on Instagram. K Free said, "Hey, we gotta go Dutch," and Crystal Sparkly said, "Hey, babe, I gotta pay you back tomorrow, babe. Let me pay you back tomorrow. Can you spot me on this one? I'm at Chase, so I have to worry about that."
All right. Oh my gosh. Let me chase the bank real quick. Hold on a second.
Hey, K Free said, "Just spit it back up. If it ain't in your stomach, they ain't gonna do nothing."
Oh my gosh.
They going in.
You gonna do one of these? Is that a hair in my food?
Nah, man. Hey, that was crazy, man.
That was crazy, bro.
What's the lesson from that?
Go Wells Fargo.
No. The reason being, Wells Fargo. We never talked about this subject, but Wells Fargo were in trouble for other reasons in banking that their superiors were allowing them to give out loans for small businesses, for homes, for cars, and credit cards that they weren't. These people obviously wasn't qualified for. Yeah. The thing about it is, banking institutions, we have to use them. But don't just go with what everybody else is telling you to go with. Do the research. Remember, these are places where you're putting your money in. So if you're putting your money, banks they're going to move your money while you're
credit union
there. Make sure you got perks that come along with it. Are they going to? Is it a high yield savings like we were talking about earlier? What type of partnership do you have with them? Like, if you know what I'm saying, you bank with them for so long, and we've talked about this. You know what I'm saying, several times. Like, if you're banking with a company and you need to buy a car, don't go to the dealership and run your credit. Go to your bank and run your credit. All banks are affiliated with some type of car company because of the fact that they are a bank. The same people are going to run your credit at the dealership. They're going to run it through a bank. So hold these banks, hold these banks accountable, because without us, they don't work.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And I'm sure, you want to hear something crazy? I do believe Bank of America, what's the gentleman, one of the richest men in the world? Warren Buffett. He actually bailed out Bank of America at one point in time.
You do that.
Yeah. So I mean, shoot, that's money. You know what I'm saying? And Warren Buffett ain't no. Anytime everybody listens to Warren Buffett. Why? Because of the fact that he's not just rich.
He writes the Buffett report, right? Something like that.
Right. And he's older. So he's seen what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like sitting down and talking to rich old white people. And not just because they rich and old and white. It's because of the fact that they are at a point where they don't care about sharing the knowledge as long as the person who's listening will go and do something with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
they're
that
willing to apply those lessons.
Yeah. Because you know what's, and let me tell you something. And I know we about to close. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, red, green, yellow, whatever. If I feel like I'm depositing some information into you and I know that you're going to use it, I'll deposit more. Why? Because it makes me feel good that I'm giving some knowledge that's going to help change somebody's life.
Paying it forward. Paying it forward.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good note to end on. Well, I'll add one other thing to that. Another thing that we've been saying when we talk about these breaches and technology going down, invest in some cyber insurance to cover you for stuff like that. Identity theft protection, ransom protection. Get that. It's I mean, it's the world we live in now, man. So get that too. And also don't be afraid to pay it forward, man. So that was it, man. Hey, 2024. This is the last episode of 2024. Dr. Poole, thanks for coming through again.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Always pleasure having you on, brother, man. And let the world know what services you could help them with out there in Los Angeles.
Yep. Pool cleaning, spa cleaning services are available. I'm looking to take on about 10 new accounts for 2025. You might be one of those. You can reach me at Donald Rumpf on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And I recently created one of those LinkedIn accounts because everybody seems to be on LinkedIn for some reason. But I don't have no friends yet. I don't know how to find friends, so I'm just seeing all these articles of like business stuff. You know,
I'll find you.
I'll find you. So just to let you know, LinkedIn is a connection. It's not friends.
Connection.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Might be able to find you some good clients on there. That's what's up.
Definitely.
That's what's up.
Bobby Lopez, if they're in San Antonio, what can you help folks in San Antonio with?
Absolutely. We are I own a disabled veteran-owned small business here in the state of Texas. We are Patriot Restorations LLC. We are here for all your water mitigation and mold mitigation needs. Should you have a broken pipe, and we're about to go into a really cold season here, so be careful. Make sure you insulate your stuff correctly, because if not, you could end up like our friend Corey Giovanni over here, coming home and having water leaks in your house. It's terrible. It takes less than 48 hours for that moisture to set in and for you to start building mold in your home. It could make it unlivable. Be mindful and protect yourselves for sure. And make sure and call us if you're in the area. We'd be more than happy to hook you up and get you a free estimate out there so we can get you rocking and rolling with water mitigation services.
And let me share, man. They know their stuff too. I had a leak. Similar thing happened to me that happened to Corey. I found it right when I was leaving for a vacation home, man. Had to put the pots out to catch it for me and ask someone to check in on it. They came out, did their thing. Luckily, the mold didn't spread, so I was good. And they gave me just a regimen that I could do. They not just doing the cash grab. They're honest, legit. So reach out to them if you do need that help. Corey Giovanni, what can you help folks with out there, sir, for 2025?
So for 2025, Corey Giovanni will be offering services for your commercial needs in marketing. So if you need someone to handle your social media for your business, if you need commercials for your business, if you also need scripting, if you also need visuals, Corey Giovanni at Core ENT is your team. You can reach me at Corey Giovanni on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I think I said Instagram. I
Say
did.
it again.
Instagram. Instagram.
Instagram.
Instaface Talk X. There you go.
Yeah. Well, no X. I'm going to leave X. I'm actually going to just focus on those 4 platforms because those 4 platforms are the ones I'm monetizing right now. Mm-hmm. So if you need any of those services, we got you. We can provide the videos nationwide. We can provide created upfront videos, on-site videos, and the turnaround within 72 hours.
72 hours, man. You fast, man.
Have to. We're in a fast technology.
You like them girls my mom told me to watch out for when I was a kid. Them fast girls.
You know, I like to be cable modem. Other companies are DSL and dial up.
DSL? No Diddy.
No doubt.
Yo, I'ma do it. Hey, shameless plug. Creative Native said, follow him on Twitch and IG. He is creative_native, and it's an 8 _ 760. So creative_native _ 760 on Twitch and IG. You know, I don't mind shouting him out because he's always been loyal to the show, and he's actually family. So go follow my brother. I'm not mad at that, man. Hey. For that support, baby. And he's funny as hell too. If you watch his streaming games, I'm not a gamer, but I just watch for the humor.
Right.
It's pretty funny. He's always sending me videos. I'm like, man, what are you doing, man?
If you need to a laugh, man, go follow him on Twitch and IG, man. And thanks for the love, brother. And then also too, Kick It Free. Go get that album, man. It's a good album, man. On all the streaming platforms, man. He's showing love. Go. Hey, do yourself a favor and go listen to that K Free album. Me, I'm Geronimo at tech_1_go at IG. I only really just rock with IG, Facebook, and YouTube. That's all I do. What I'm here to do is help you have a good time and have a place to stay in San Antonio. I am waiting for San Antonio to approve my hotel license. So I could start offering short-term rental here. When you come here, my place is right at the edge of downtown San Antonio in the community called Almost Park. Really nice and exclusive. So once I get my permit, I'm gonna be furnishing it, and then it's available for those that's traveling to San Antonio for leave to pleasure wherever.
Like less than 10 minutes from downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Like yep. Straight highway there, depending on how fast you drive.
Yep. You could just take McCullough all the way down, and boom, you right there. Or Broadway. Get to the Pearl for those who know San Antonio's. Right, it's within maybe 5 minutes to the Pearl, 3 minutes to the San Antonio Zoo. It's in a really, really good location. So that's what I got. And everybody, Facebook, Instagram, thank you for rocking with us for the year 2024. We got more coming for 2025. We love y'all. Y'all have a happy new year, right? Oh, Corey got something else. He got his hand was raised. What you got?
Ha! So, as you know, we have our Technically Speaking merch. Make sure you click the link in the description of the show after you like, comment, subscribe, and share. And then go ahead, click the link and get you your own Technically Speaking shirts, because we provide you news that you could use.
Y'all have a good night and a happy new year.
Yeah. Gonna give me some of those shirts now. Jesus Christ, man. I'm all out the loop.